Alright, welcome back. In this video we are going to continue the tutorial of JavaScript on Codecademy, and we'll be starting with variables. So programmers use variables to write code that is easy to understand and repurpose. Imagine you're writing a weather app. Your thermometer outside reports the temperature in Celsius, but your goal is to record the temperature in Fahrenheit. You write a program that takes a temperature of 15 degrees Celsius and calculates the temperature in Fahrenheit. Once you've done this, though, you see the temperature now reads 16 degrees Celsius. To read Fahrenheit again, you need to write a whole new program to convert 16 degrees Celsius to Fahrenheit. That's where variables come in. Variables allow us to assign data to a word and use the word to reference the data. If the data changes like degrees Celsius, we can replace the variable's value instead of rewriting the program. In this lesson, you will learn about two ways to declare variables, let and const, which is so much better than var. I've came to really hate var. Add the following lines of code to the bottom of apps.js. Alright. Run your code and take a look at the console. Are the results what you expected? Yes. Excuse me. Let's dive in and see a variable in the wild. Here is how you declare a constant variable. So constants, or const, are variables that do not change. They cannot be changed. But let can be changed. So if you put let my name equals Aria, and then after that you put let my name equals Jeremy, it would read, I believe, Jeremy, because it reads from top down, I believe anyway. But if you put const my name Aria and then const my name Jeremy, it would say it can only be ran as Aria because const is constant, stays with what it's assigned to. So yeah, that's basically what all that is. Create a constant variable named entree, const entree, and set it equal to the string enchiladas. Okay. Now under the entree variable, can create a constant variable named price, and that saves to the number 12. Alright, Codecademy loads so slow. Under the price variable, use the console.log to print the value saved to entree. So entree, semicolon. On the following line, use it to print out price. Put the hyphens in there. What I always fucking forget. Prints out entree and price. Nope. Okay. See, I always forget when is the right time to use it. So since you're wanting to print out what it has, what is saved under them, you need to not put the hyphens in there. Okay. We're learning. We're learning. Copy and paste the following code to the bottom of your program. Entree equals tacos. Code throws the following error when you run the code. We'll discuss what's going on. Because entree is a constant variable of enchiladas, so it cannot be reassigned to tacos. The final task of the previous exercise, you received the following error. JavaScript threw an error because you assigned a new value to a constant variable. Constant variables, as their name implies, are constant. You cannot assign them to a different variable. Let variables, however, can be reassigned. In the example above, the let keyword is used to create the mil variable with the string enchiladas saved to it. On line 3, the mil variable is changed to store the string tacos. You may be wondering when to use const versus let. In general, only use const if the value saved to a variable does not change in your program. Alright, create a let variable named change_me, camel case, set it equal to true. Set the change_me variable to the boolean false. So console.log change me. So yeah, see, it was declared true and then false, but since it reads from the top down, it changed it to false, and it reads false, undefined. What happens if you create a variable but don't assign it to a value? JavaScript creates space for this variable in memory, excuse me, and sets it to undefined. Undefined is the fifth and final primitive data type. JavaScript assigns the undefined data type to variables that are not assigned a value. In the example above, we created the variable whatami without any value assigned to it. JavaScript creates the variable and set it equals to the value of undefined. Okay, so that's just, if you don't have a description of it or what it's to be used for, you can still save it and come back to it later, basically. Create a variable named not defined, so let not defined, but don't set it equal to anything. Log the result to the console, console.log not defined, damn it, not defined. Because we didn't define it, it's undefined, but it's saved, so we can always come back to it later. So create an undefined variable named valueless, console.log valueless. Alright. So used to my Visual Studio Code add-ons to finish the sentences for me, so I get caught up a little bit. Alright. In this exercise, let's consider how we can use variables and math operators to calculate new values and assign them to a variable. Check out the example below. Let x equals 4, then x equals x plus 1, so it would be 4 plus 1 basically. And that would be the new assignment for x would be 5. So in the example above, we created that. Notice on line 2 in the example above, to increment x by 1, we had to write the x variable on the left and right side of the assignment operator. Using a variable twice in one expression is redundant and confusing. To address this, JavaScript has a collection of built-in mathematical assignment operators that make it easy to calculate a new value and assign it to the same variable without writing the variable twice. The examples of these operators. So yeah. Alright, so I believe what that would be, it would be plus equals to 2, so it'd add 2, minus equals 2, so it'd be 2, times 2 equals, or times equals to 8, then r plus plus increases it by 1, and r, or t minus minus equals 3, because the minus minus after a variable increments it by either 1 or 2. In the example above, operators are used to calculate a new value and assign it to the same variable. Let's consider the first 3. I just talked about that. Use a mathematical assignment operator to add 16 to the value saved to molecule. So let molecule molecule equals add 16, so it'd be plus equals 16, I believe. Would be, oh, so you wouldn't need the, alright, that up. Okay, yeah, didn't need to rewrite it. Alright, use the mathematical assignment operator to assign particle the value of itself. So particle be times equals 6.02. Mess that up. Then use the increment operator to increase the value assigned to say. That's it. Should be just the variable plus plus or minus minus to increment it or decrease it. Alright. String interpolation. In previous exercises, we assigned strings to variables. Here you will learn how to insert the content saved to the variable of a string. The JavaScript term for inserting the data saved to a variable into a string is called string interpolation. The plus operator, known until now as the addition operator, is used to interpolate, insert a string variable into a string as follows. Okay. Which I've learned you can use nowadays. You can use the money sign followed by parentheses and what you want to use in the parentheses, but I guess Codecademy is still using old things. In the example above, we save the value armadillo to the myPet variable. On the second line, the plus operator is used to combine three strings. I own a pet to the value saved to myPet plus plus and period. So we log the results of this interpolation to the console as I own a pet armadillo. Alright, create a variable named favorite animal. So let favorite animal equals say dog. Then put that in parentheses. Okay. Use the console.log. Console.log. My favorite animal. Then you use that. Then that. Favorite animal. Then I believe that's it. My favorite animal, dog. Alright. In the newest version of JavaScript, ECMAScript 6, we can insert variables into strings with ease by doing two things. Instead of using quotes around the string, using backticks. This key is usually located at the top of your keyboard, left of the 1 key. Wrap your there it is. Wrap your variable with the $, brackets, my variable, followed by a sentence, no pluses necessary. ES6 string interpolation is easier than this method used last time, because you don't have to use as much code. With ES6 interpolation, we can insert variables directly into our text. In the example above, the backticks to the left of your 1 key wrap the entire string. The variable myPet is inserted using the money sign hash or brackets. The rolling string is I own a pet armadillo. Create a variable name my name. So let my name equals Jeremy. So create a variable named my city. Alright, my city. Put Hickory. Alright, so console.log. Place my name and city in the values above, so my name is my name plus, oh no, period. My favorite city is my city, period. That should be it. Yep, my name is Jeremy, my favorite city is Hickory. Okay, and that's string interpolation with the current ECMAScript JavaScript standards, which makes it a lot cleaner and easier to do with the current situation. Nice work. This lesson covered a lot of foundational skills that you will often use in your future programming endeavors. Let's review what we learned. Variables hold reusable data in a program. JavaScript will throw an error if you try to reassign constant variables because constant is constant, cannot be reassigned once you assign it. Then you can reassign variables that you create with the let keyword. So let can have as many variables as you need. Unset variables store the primitive data type undefined, so you can save it and come back later to it once you figure out what you want to assign to it. Mathematical assignment operators make it easy to calculate a new value and assign it to the same variable. The plus operator is used to interpolate, or otherwise known as combine, multiple strings. In JavaScript, ECMAScript 6, backticks, and money sign brackets are used to interpolate values into a string. Alright, so I believe we finished that. Alright guys, thanks for watching this video. If you liked it, leave a comment, subscribe, like. Let me know what you think. Thanks.